Paul Mariner says Liverpool's rejection of Barca's bid for Coutinho sends a message to fans about the club's intentions. The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: Barca ready fourth Coutinho bid. Barcelona are preparing a staggering fourth offer worth £138 million for Philippe Coutinho, according to Sky Sports, despite Jurgen Klopp reiterating the situation has 100% not changed. The Blaugrana's desperation could finally outweigh the red stubbornness, and it would be a considerable show of strength after what has been a horrendous fortnight for Ernesto Valverde's side. The third bid from the La Liga giants was criticised for the lack of money up front, and while Liverpool maintain no offer will be accepted, should a guarantee reach close to £100 million, it's understood that their stance may begin to shift. Breaking up for Barcelona preparing fourth bid of £138 million for at LFCS Philippe Coutinho. Sky sources ssnpic.twitter.com /83uw. Sky Sports News at Sky Sports News August 22, 2017. Chelsea eye shock move for Vardy. Antonio Conte is likely to have secured a late flurry of spending in the market by masterminding Chelsea's Wembley win over Tottenham, and the Mirror believes Jamie Vardy is set to be one of his targets in the final days of the window. The England striker has started the season strongly for Leicester, and while speculations surrounding departures has centred around Riyad Mahrez or Danny Drinkwater, who is also wanted by the Blues, Vardy could be on his way if a suitable offer arrives. Linked with Arsenal last summer before snubbing a move to the Emirates to sign a new deal, Vardy may be running out of opportunities to play in the Champions League again. While Alvaro Morata should replace Diego Costa, Conte wants depth and appears unsure on Michy Batshuayi's ability to meet his requirements. Mirror Sport: Chelsea target Vardy time tomorrow. Papers today. BBC Papers pic.twitter.com/6 Pimi. Helen Miller at Demshellicat August 22, 2017. Mustafi emerges as Juventus target. Shkodran Mustafi is now a target for Juventus, claims Turin-based Tutto Sport, as they finally prepare to replace Leonardo Bonucci after his shock move to AC Milan. The old lady could move for the Arsenal star to strengthen the back line, which appears to be lacking a top centre-back in their prime. Arsene Wenger would surely be unwilling to sanction a move for the German international this late in the window, unless the Gunners received another piece in return. A talented young defender such as Daniele Rugani would fall into this category, but the Bianconeri rate the 23-year-old highly, and Massimiliano Allegri started him in the Serie A opener against Cagliari last weekend. Tottenham front-runners for Keita Balde is seemingly heading for London, and Tottenham as a €30 million bid is being prepared, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Lazio forward has been frozen out after refusing to sign a new deal with the Biancocelesti, while moves to Inter and Juventus have failed to materialise. Strained relations have hurt the Senegalese international's hopes of moving to Turin, which now puts Spurs in a strong position to take advantage and add much-needed pace in the wide areas and a potential backup for Harry Kane. Following their defeat at the weekend, the ESPN FC crew wonder if they've set the bar too high for Tottenham this season. Burnley close in on £9 million. Waris Sean Dyche is set to splash the cash to build upon a solid start to the season for Burnley, with the Mail claiming the Clarets will spend £9 million on Lorient striker Abdulmajid Waris. After selling Andre Gray for £18 million, Burnley have reacted quickly by bringing in Chris Wood from Leeds for £15 million, but Dyche is keen to bring more depth to his attack. West Ham, West Brom and Brighton were all keen, but Waris is now set to move to Turf Moor after catching the eye last term with 9 goals and 4 assists in League One. Tapen's Bournemouth and Crystal Palace are competing for Aston Villa starlet Andre Green, and the Mirror reports that the clubs watched him in action against Reading last week. Villa could sell the 19-year-old, who has also been watched recently by Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal and Tottenham, due to there being just 2 years left on his contract. Marseille and Monaco have emerged as surprise contenders to land Diego Costa if Chelsea and Atletico Madrid can secure a deal first, reports The Telegraph. The League One giants may be willing to take the Spain international on loan, due to Atletico's transfer ban, with the 28-year-old's future still up in the air entering the final week of the window. Roma continue to search for attacking reinforcements, and Gianluca Di Marzio reports that Giallorossi have picked up talks with Barcelona for Munir. Follow @Spench on Twitter to keep up with the latest football updates. Page 2. Paul Mariner says Liverpool's rejection of Barca's bid for Coutinho sends a message to fans about the club's intentions. The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: Barca ready fourth Coutinho bid. Barcelona are preparing a staggering fourth offer worth £138 million for Philippe Coutinho, according to Sky Sports, despite Jurgen Klopp reiterating the situation has 100% not changed. The Blaugrana's desperation could finally outweigh the red stubbornness, and it would be. With the arrival of Neymar to PSG and the rumoured interest in Kylian Mbappé, is the influx of talent in the French capital hurting Ligue 1? The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: PSG close in on deal for Mbappé. Is the saga of whether Monaco striker Kylian Mbappé joins Paris Saint-Germain finally heading toward a conclusion? Sky Sports reports that PSG are close to agreeing a £128 million move, with Lucas Moura going to Monaco as part of the deal, though Mbappé will join on a season-long. Leicester's Craig Shakespeare praises Riyad Mahrez's professionalism amid continued speculation surrounding his future. Paul Mariner says Liverpool's rejection of Barca's bid for Coutinho sends a message to fans about the club's intentions. With the transfer window ongoing, a feature of the early weeks of this Premier League season has been the way several clubs have been affected by situations surrounding the future of star names. Liverpool really do not want to sell Coutinho, and Barcelona have now admitted defeat. Meanwhile, Arsenal's Sanchez will see out his contract and stay until at least next summer, according to Arsene Wenger, and Van Dijk desperately wants to leave Southampton but they won't let him. None of. Alisson Bender and Mark Ogden discuss why Liverpool are struggling to keep their best players. After knocking at Crystal Palace's door all game, Sadio Mane finally found a way through at Anfield. After knocking at Crystal Palace's door all game, Sadio Mane finally found a way through at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp reflects on Andrew Robertson's impact after Liverpool's 10 win over Crystal Palace. It's been only 7 months since a smiling Philippe Coutinho posed for photographs alongside Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp after signing a new 5-year contract at Anfield. "I signed this new contract to stay here for a few more years because it's a great honour for me," Coutinho said at the time. "It gives me great happiness because I was welcomed here with open arms by everyone at the club and the supporters right from my first day. I am very thankful to this football club for everything." Back. Alisson Bender and Mark Ogden discuss whether Lionel Messi to Manchester City is likely to happen. Barcelona's 2 first-half goals were enough to see off Real Betis and start a new La Liga campaign with 3 points. Barcelona's 2 first-half goals were enough to see off Real Betis and start a new La Liga campaign with 3 points. Barca took a 2-goal lead in the first half and held off Real Betis for a home win to kick off the new La Liga season. The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: City ready to move for Messi. Pep Guardiola has said he would be happy with the Manchester City squad as it is, but what if he had the chance to add Lionel Messi to the ranks? Unlikely but not impossible, according to the Mirror, which reports that City have met Messi's representatives to discuss the possibility of bringing the guys respond to tweets about a possible MLS Super Cup, Alexis Sanchez worth compared to Philippe Coutinho's and more. Ligue 1 Neymar 31 Paris Saint-Germain 11 Toulouse Arsene Wenger has said he'd rather keep Alexis Sanchez at the club and take a financial loss at the end of the Chilean's contract. The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: City to push Arsenal over Alexis stance. Manchester City will make a late move in a bid to pry Alexis Sanchez away from Arsenal, offering £70 million for the Chilean, reports the Mirror. Pep Guardiola is determined to link up with Sanchez once again, having worked together at Barcelona. Guardiola has spent relentlessly. Page 3 Alisson Bender and Mark Ogden discuss whether Lionel Messi to Manchester City is likely to happen. Barcelona's 2 first-half goals were enough to see off Real Betis and start a new La Liga campaign with 3 points. Barcelona's 2 first-half goals were enough to see off Real Betis and start a new La Liga campaign with 3 points. Barca took a 2-goal lead in the first half and held off Real Betis for a home win to kick off the new La Liga season. The football world is awash with gossip. Transfer Talk is monitoring the whispers ahead of all the summer moves. Check out the latest deals and potential deals here. Top story: City ready to move for Messi. Pep Guardiola has said he would be happy with the Manchester City squad as it is, but what if he had the chance to add Lionel Messi to the ranks? Unlikely, but not impossible, according to the Mirror, which reports that City have met Messi's representatives to discuss the possibility of bringing the Argentina star to the Premier League. It claims talks were held last week amid Messi's growing dissatisfaction with the state of the Barcelona squad following the world record departure of Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain. Although Messi agreed terms on a new contract earlier in the summer, that deal remains unsigned, and the Mirror says City's interest is long-standing and they are understood to be prepared to use his £275 million release clause to sign him if the possibility presents itself. It quotes Barcelona sources as saying Messi is seriously considering leaving and so, as they say, watch this space. Reports have emerged that Leo Messi has become disenfranchised with life in Barcelona. Live blog 22.04 BST. That's going to do it for Monday's live edition of Transfer Talk. Thanks very much for joining us, and be sure to check back in a few short hours when we return with all the best gossip pulled from Tuesday's back pages. 21.37 BST. Arsenal are in danger of losing highly rated teenage prospect Marcus Maguire, writes The Independent, with the 18-year-old drawing interest from Juventus, Manchester United, Manchester City and Napoli as he enters the final year of his contract with a North London club. 21.09 BST. Inter Milan are confident of signing Manchester City centre-back Eliakim Mangala on loan. TalkSport site's Corriere della Sera is reporting. 20.36 BST. Nice general manager Julian Fournier says no talks have taken place with Barcelona over the transfer of midfielder Jean-Michel Seri. Full story. 20.08 BST. Leeds have made a £6 million bid for Middlesbrough striker Rudy Gestede in the wake of Chris Wood's £11 million departure to Burnley, reports the Mirror. 19.45 BST. Alaves, Crystal Palace, Deportivo La Coruna, Roma and Sampdoria are all tracking Barcelona forward Munir El Haddadi, who's said to be ready to leave the Catalan club in search of first-team football. TalkSport site's Mundo Deportivo is reporting. 19.29 BST. Valencia director Mathieu Alemany has confirmed his club's interest in Manchester United's 21-year-old attacker Andreas Pereira and Paris Saint-Germain's 20-year-old forward Goncalo Gavez, according to quotes in Superdeport. 19.13 BST. Crystal Palace manager Frank de Boer has ruled his side out of the running for Liverpool's Mamadou Sakho, calling the 25-year-old French centre-back much too expensive for the club, reports the Mail. 18.56 BST. Tottenham are preparing a £20 million bid for Everton's injured midfielder Ross Barkley, according to The Telegraph, but will face competition from Chelsea for the England international's signature. 18.40 BST. Done deal. Paraguay international forward Juan Iturbi has joined Liga MX side Tijuana on a year-long loan with an obligation to purchase. At Juan_Iturbi 93 joins at Exelos_N. Argentine striker comes from at Toranoch_1906. Welcome to Tijuana Goxelos where soccerpic.twitter.com Sasafa6kp, at Exelos. N at Exelos_N. August 21, 2017. 18.24 BST. Chelsea are preparing for a mad final 10 days of the transfer window, but the Blues are playing it cool with Virgil van Dijk, according to The Telegraph. The Premier League champions have informed Southampton that they hold interest in the centre-back, and have asked to be alerted should he become available, and Chelsea are hopeful that in the wake of Liverpool's clumsy courtship, Saints could be more willing to do business with the Londoners. 18.02 BSTL. Done deal. Brighton Hove Albion have reached agreement with FC Zurich for 21-year-old Ghana international striker Raphael Dwamena, subject to a medical. Full story. Breaking. BHAFC have reached agreement with FC Zurich for the transfer of Raphael Dwamena. More to follow at https://coi3lzr65vq2, BHAFC Soccer Ball at Official Beach August 21, 2017. 17.15 BST. Done deal. Valencia have signed Inter Milan midfielder Jeffrey Kondogbia on a season-long loan deal that will include an option to buy. Movie camera run autético ox para el centro del campo no lo has visto at Gio. Kondogbia, en acción smirk down finger https://t.co/quarters 1v1, Valencia CF at Valencia August 21, 2017. 17.10 BST. Arsenal midfielder John Torrell is in line to join Hull City on loan, sources close to the Championship club have told ESPN FC. Hull boss Leonid Slutsky is determined to bolster his squad before the close of the transfer window and has identified Toral as one of his top targets. 17.00 BST done deal. Millwall have loaned central defender Sid Nelson to League Two side Yeovil until January 1. Newspaper breaking: centre-back at Sid Nelson 5 joins YTFC on loan from Millwall until January. Soccer ball writing hand down arrow https://t.co/ld Yeovil Town FC at itch August 21, 2017. 16.45 BST done deal. Arsenal have sold academy midfielder Ismail Bennacer to Italian club Empoli for an undisclosed fee. Bennacer, a 19-year-old Morocco international, joined the Gunners in 2015 and played in the 30 League Cup loss to Sheffield Wednesday that year. 16.30 BST Burnley have spent a record fee to land Leeds striker Chris Wood, but boss Sean Dyche says they are not resting on the laurels. He told a news conference, "We are in the market for a number of different positions. I like the squad we have got, but if certain situations arise we will act on them." 16.15 BST if Hull's Sam Clucas ends up moving to Swansea, Swans defender Stephen Kingsley will be heading in the opposite direction, Sky Sports reports. 16.00 BST Virgil van Dijk from Southampton to Liverpool could still happen, says the Liverpool Echo, but only if the South Coast club's stance changes during the final 10 days of the transfer window. The Echo says that if Liverpool are unable to secure the services of the £60 M-rated Dutch centre-back, then Jurgen Klopp is highly unlikely to sign an alternative. 15.40 BST Huddersfield Town are ready to listen to offers for striker Naki Wells, who has slipped down the pecking order following the arrivals of Steve Mowney, Tom Ince and Laurent Depoitre. Manager David Wagner has said. 15.30 BST Stoke winger Moha El Uriachi is poised to join Espanyol on a season-long loan deal. 15.20 BST Southampton striker Sam Gallagher is a man in demand in the Midlands, with a trio of Championship clubs vying to sign him on loan. But the Express and Star reports that Birmingham City, yes, them again, will emerge victorious, thwarting the hopes of both Wolves and Aston Villa. 14.57 BST Gianluca Di Marzio reports that teenage Arsenal midfielder Ismail Bennacer is set to join Empoli. Ismail Bennacer from at Arsenal to at Empoli Calcio on a permanent deal at Sky Sport. At Sky Sports News, Gianluca Di Marzio at Marzio August 21, 2017. 14.39 BST Manchester United are keen to sign Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham, according to Sky Sports. They claim Fulham are determined to keep hold of the 17-year-old left-back, even if United offered £25 million and sent him back to Craven Cottage on loan. 14.20 BST Huddersfield will entertain offers for Naki Wells because manager David Wagner is satisfied with his other attacking options. Is he on the market? Yes, he is. Will he move? I don't know. The window is open, so we will see what happens. Naki is totally aware about his situation. I had an honest conversation with him regarding his future at the football club, what my thoughts are, what the club's thoughts are. Now we will see which serious offers will come on the table, then we have to decide. 14.00 BST Andres Iniesta has warned Barcelona that he could walk away when his contract expires at the end of the season. Iniesta, 33, has spent his whole career at Barca and said new coach Ernesto Valverde had told him he would continue to have an important role this season. However, that has not prevented him from thinking about a move away from the club he first played for as an 18-year-old in 2002. 13.45 BST Here's what Chris Wood has to say about his move to Turf Moor. My ambition has been to play in the Premier League for years. I've had tastes of being in there, but I've never had the chance to give it a proper bash. I've still got a lot of good years ahead of me. I've got lots of ambitions to achieve in the future. I've got goals and dreams that I want to achieve, and it starts here. 13.32 BST Done deal. Burnley have announced the arrival of Leeds United striker Chris Wood, with reports over the weekend suggesting that they would pay £15 million for the New Zealand international. The Clarets have confirmed that they have paid a club record fee for him. Pic.twitter.com's PVGLUR1. Burnley FC at Burnley official August 21, 2017. 13.30 BST Swansea City might not be wasting much time in spending some of the money they got from Everton for Gylfi Sigurdsson, with reports suggesting they have had a bid for Hull City's Sam Clucas accepted. 13.15 BST Done deal. Manchester City's Samir Nasri has, as increasingly expected, joined Turkish side Antalyaspor in a permanent move. Thank you for some brilliant memories, at Sam Nasri 19, and all the best at Antalyaspor and for the rest of your career. Trophy Man City pic.twitter.com 305 Zemptum, Manchester City at Man City August 21, 2017 13.0 OBST. Could happy Huddersfield boss David Wagner be looking to add another new face despite his team's superb haul of 6 Premier League points out of 6? He told a news conference, "This is only the start. We have to improve and have a lot of work to do, but at the minute we are happy." 12.2 OBST. Tottenham striker Harry Kane has backed proposals to close the transfer window before the start of the season, saying the fact that it runs until August 31 means some players find it hard to concentrate. The window closes almost 3 weeks after the start of the Premier League campaign, but clubs will vote on potential changes, including closing it before the season on September 7. 11.55 BST. More Messi. Barcelona have maintained that he will sign his contract extension, despite Joan Laporta's suggestion that he could leave if President Josep Maria Bartomeu is not removed from his position. Messi's current deal expires next summer, but Barca announced in July that an agreement had been reached for a new 4-year deal, running until 2021. However, the new terms have not yet been signed. 11.5 OBST. Reports in Turkey suggest that Everton striker Umar Niasse could soon be on his way to Fenerbahce. 11.3 OBST. Done deal that Birmingham double deal is done. Along come Carl Jenkinson and Cohen Bramall from Arsenal on season-long loan deals. Official Blues are delighted to announce the signings of at Arsenal pair Carl Jenkinson and Cohen Bramall. Right finger https://t.com tog7t nbcfc pic.twitter.com qsobs. Birmingham City FC at BCFC August 21, 2017 11.2 OBST. More, inevitably, on Liverpool's Philippe Coutinho, and Sport reports that both Barcelona and the player are still fully confident that a deal will be done, with Barcelona having reiterated to the player's representatives that the transfer is still their top priority. 11.05 BST. Inter Milan midfielder Jeffrey Kondogbia is to have a medical at Valencia on Monday ahead of a proposed season-long loan move. Kondogbia arrived at Valencia on Sunday and told reporters, "I'm delighted to be here." 10.5 OBST. More on Birmingham City and Harry Redknapp. Now the Blues boss is reported to be interested in Oxford United winger Marvin Johnson. 10.4 OBST. Sunderland manager Simon Grayson has 3 key transfer targets in the days before the window closes, with loan moves for West Ham's Robert Snodgrass, Aston Villa's Ross McCormick and Grant Leadbitter of Middlesbrough. The deal's in his sights, according to the Northern Echo. 10.3 OBST. PSG midfielder Javier Pastore has strongly denied he will be joining Monaco. The Argentina international has featured in all 3 of PSG's league matches this season but started just one, with Neymar's arrival limiting him to a bit-part role. 10.15 BST. Sky Sports reports that Southampton are willing to sell midfielder Georgi Clashy, who joined from Feyenoord in 2015, and have told him he is surplus to requirements. 10.05 BST. And staying with Arsenal, the Mirror tells us that Scottish champions Celtic and Championship side Leeds are locked in a battle to sign striker Chuba Akpom on a permanent deal. 9:55 British summertime. Good news for transfer window favourite Harry Redknapp. Sources have told ESPN FC that he is set to add Arsenal defenders Carl Jenkinson and Cohen Bramall to his Birmingham City squad on season-long loan deals. 9:35 British summertime. Brighton boss Chris Hughton is pretty pleased with new signing Jose Izquierdo, telling the club's official website he's a very exciting player to watch, and along with that excitement he will bring pace and creativity to the team. He also has an excellent goal-scoring record. The full story on Jose Izquierdo's club record transfer to BHAFC from Club Brugge. https://t.col6fostalspic.twitter.com 7h1 in 51, BHAFC soccer ball at Officialbitch August 20, 2017 9:20 British summertime. And staying on Merseyside, Liverpool winger Ryan Kent, who impressed on loan at Barnsley last season, is interesting Middlesbrough, according to reports. 9:10 British summertime. Nikola Kalinic will undergo a medical after AC Milan all but confirmed his signing from Fiorentina on Sunday. Milan published a tweet on Sunday bearing the initials NK with the background changing from Fiorentina's colours to black and red, accompanied by the words "Welcome to AC Milan," while the player told Milan News I'm happy to be here as he arrived at La Madonnina Clinic, hand-waving light skin tone. Croatia soccerball pic.twitter.com Zuria 91YC, AC Milan attack Milan August 20, 2017 8:40 British summertime. Everton have made more than a few signings this summer, and they may not be done yet. The Liverpool Echo reports that they could could move for Bristol City midfielder Bobby Reid, who is also interesting Leicester City and Middlesbrough. 8:29 British summertime. Aside from rounding up the weekend's results in Serie A, the Gazzetta dello Sport has plenty of transfer gossip too. Inter Milan are said to be close to completing a deal for Valencia right-back João Cancelo. Once that is done, they will turn their attention to Manchester City defender Eliakim Mangala and possibly even Suso from rivals AC Milan. Meanwhile, Juve are linked with Bayern Munich midfielder Renato Sanchez, who has also been linked with Milan. Sulla Gazzetta di Oggi Soccerball Stremilano Interi Milan, doppia 30 Soccerball Milan contro l'Amico, c'è polemica, Soccerball la va ma non per tutti. pic.twitter.com PFE, La Gazzetta dello Sport at Gazzetta_it August 21, 2017 8:01 British Summertime. Welcome to Monday morning's Transfer Talk live blog. We'll kick off with a story from the Daily Star that Arsenal are pushing to keep Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain amid reports of interest from Chelsea. Arsenal will offer England international Oxlade-Chamberlain, who is in the final year of his current deal, a new 4-year contract worth £125,000 a week. Sakho could yet get Palace switch for a while. It appeared Crystal Palace had given up on signing defender Mamadou Sakho, who starred for them on loan last season, because Liverpool wanted too much money. But although new manager Frank de Boer has said the Merseysiders' £30 million asking price for the France international is much too expensive, he has not abandoned all hope of bringing him back to Selhurst Park, says The Guardian. Palace have lost both league games this season, conceding 4 goals and scoring none, and Liverpool are believed to be willing to accept a deal inclusive of add-ons to achieve the £30 million figure before the deadline. The Eagles could face competition from former Palace boss Tony Pulis, now at West Bromwich Albion, but 27-year-old Sakho would prefer a return to Selhurst Park over a move to the Hawthorns. Although there is also interest from West Ham, the paper says negotiations between Liverpool and Palace are expected to resume with 11 days to go before the transfer deadline. Hammers Nick Carvalho capture. Talking of West Ham, Sky Sports reports that they are close to signing William Carvalho from Sporting Lisbon and will pay his £40 million release clause. However, it adds that there is an awareness the deal needs to be done soon because other clubs have been alerted to his availability. The Hammers have been linked with a move for Carvalho throughout the window, having reportedly already had an offer turned down. The 25-year-old came through the ranks at Sporting and was part of Portugal's Euro 2016 winning squad. Will Portugal international William Carvalho add some much-needed steel to the West Ham midfield tape? And Stoke City boss Mark Hughes has said he believes the arrival of Gilles Rodriguez on loan from Paris Saint-Germain shows that the club can now bring in high-caliber names. Gilles scored the winner against Arsenal on Saturday, and The Independent says Hughes feels that is a sign that Stoke can now attract more players of his pedigree. Leicester stars have urged playmaker Riyad Mahrez to stay after his dazzling performance helped the Foxes to victory over Brighton on Saturday. Mahrez, the subject of bids from Roma, has long been thought likely to move, but the Leicester Mercury reports that the squad have told him not to go after his Maradona moments against the Seagulls. Follow @Spench on Twitter to keep up with the latest football updates.